A lot of people I know say that time flies, but is that really the case? Well, I think this impression is not universal. It depends on what your life is like. I believe we can change our perception of time's speed, and I'll tell you how. If you don't know me, my name's Adam, and I make self-improvement videos with the goal of helping you progress faster in your journey. So if you're interested in that, scroll down right now and click the subscribe button. First off, we can all agree, I believe, that time perception can vary. Sometimes hours feel extremely long, whereas others feel super fast. Usually, the factor that decides this is the fun, whether you appreciate what you're doing or you're bored. When you're bored, time goes on very slowly, right? This is what is boredom. Otherwise, you wouldn't really be bored. Boredom is characterized by how slow time goes on. Whereas if you're having fun, if you're with friends, time goes on very fast. It can indeed vary depending on the factor of fun and boredom. If you're having fun, time will go on fast, but if you're bored, it will go on slowly. But the thing is, when you're bored, time doesn't feel very good. So we don't really want to have all the time being bored, I think. But sometimes, why not? Really? No, this video isn't about that. It's about something else. It's about something else that I've discovered and that changes it all, which is presence. Presence is the ability to be completely there with your mind in the present moment. When you're with someone and this person talks to you, it's the ability to completely listen and not have any other thought active, or rather having thoughts but not caring about them. Most people I know, when I talk to them, I can easily see that they think about something else at the same time. Presence is an incredible ability, and it changes it all in life, I think. You can work on your presence by practicing meditation or mindfulness, rather. But just imagine, if you're present, you basically just feel every second of life, and you're there. Because when you're in your mind, nothing really happens in terms of life experience, because it's just thoughts. If you fast forward a year after, you're not going to remember the thought you had. But if you're with friends talking and you're completely present, you can easily remember what happened because you were present, and it creates great memories. Whereas if you're not present and you're in your thoughts, well, you don't really feel the experience well enough, and so you just don't really remember it after. So this is where I think that presence is a huge factor to time perception. If you're present, I won't say that I'm very present at all, but I can really feel time going on. And so I don't think that time flies at all. Every second hour I'm doing something, I'm present, and it creates good memories, and it doesn't feel like time goes on fast to me. It goes on quite slowly, actually. On a day-to-day basis, I mean. Of course, if I'm looking at the month that has gone by, it does seem that time flies indeed, but it's just when you're looking back. And if you create a lot of memories, it doesn't really seem like it goes on fast. This is why I think that time itself is slow. What most people do actually makes it go on fast because they don't really live life. Indeed, I think that consuming creates no memory. And creating no memory makes it seem like time flew. For example, let's say I watched TV all day. All I did was watching TV. The next day, if I think about the day before, what will I remember? Nothing. Because I've only consumed TV, and so I've only seen what others do. And we don't really remember what others do. Remember what we do, what we experience, what we produce. And having no memory makes it seem like time went on but fast. Of course. So I think that consuming creates a memory, whereas producing or experiencing creates a lot of memories, which make it seem like maybe time flew, but a lot of things happened, and so it doesn't really seem like time flies. So the average person consumes a lot. For example, spending 2 hours on TikTok every day. Of course, after those 2 hours disappear in your mind because you just consumed, you didn't really learn anything, and to you, time just went on fast. I remember that when I used to watch TikTok, 2 hours felt like 5 minutes, honestly. So this is where you can see what the difference in time perception can happen. If you consume, time goes on fast because you get no memories, you don't do anything. If you produce or you create, you experience stuff, if you're with your friends, for example, it creates a lot of memories. Or if you produce something, you work on something, time goes on slowly. Think about the times when you worked for hours long. It felt slow, didn't it? Then time perception can also vary depending on presence and on the fun that you have. Being present comes from meditation, and being present allows you to live every single minute of your day and appreciate it fully. Just imagine every second of your life, you live it fully. Of course, time will go on much slower. The average person spends 50% of their time mind wandering, which means that 50% of the time they're thinking about something else. They're not thinking about what they're doing, which means they're not present actually. Thinking about something else, of course, makes time go on fast because it creates no memory. This is the main difference. When you look back at the last week, if you've done a lot of stuff, will you really say time flew? No, you will not. You will say, I did a lot this week, it was awesome. And when you look at a year, with every single week you've done a lot of stuff, being present, producing, experiencing, you won't think that time flew. You'll think that you just had an awesome year and you've maximized what you could do with your life. You've lived fully. This is a huge difference, and I think this is how you can destroy this idea, this impression that time flies. Time is universal. It goes on for everyone at the same speed, but what we do with it makes us different. You're free to choose, and I invite you, I wish for you that you choose to live consciously, live fully, be present, produce, experience. The last thing I'd like to say is that if you're ever feeling like things are too hard, remember that it is not supposed to be easy. Otherwise, everyone would be doing it. Alright then, see you in the next one.